Well, you beautiful people, I see that there are a few people still jumping in, which we love, but we are going to go for the sake of time and for the sake of the content that we're going to go over. We're going to go ahead and just kick it off. So I definitely want to welcome you to our June Logan Mason Ross Recovery Oriented Systems of Care monthly meeting. Hey, Tammy, that's what I'm talking about a speech. Hi, Sandra, Lord one. Miss Abby, I see y'all. Carmen. I feel like I gotta say everyone's name so you know I see y'all. Christian here. Okay. We do want to welcome you. I say this, but I mean it sincerely. We know that you can choose to be anywhere during this hour, and the fact that you choose to spend it with us, I truly am grateful. But we are going to get right into it. And so Grace is going to help me with our PowerPoints. And again, thank you for being flexible too. We didn't meet on June last week, Juneteenth, just because some folks were off and doing other events, so that's why we moved it. We will be back onto our regular schedule next month. But I was feeling very festive in this spirit of Pride Month and Juneteenth. You'll see some things represented. I just I wanted to acknowledge that. But our agenda today, one, of course, the welcome. We're going to go over what is a ROSC and what our mission is, just for clarity. We'll do some introductions. Go over, I do a quote every month, our local meetings, harm reduction resources. Then we're going to get into the meat of our meeting, new fiscal year, new funding, and focused mission. So we're actually going to go over our strategic plan today together. So we are aware of what we're a part of and what we got going on. Upcoming opportunities, our recovery and action stuff coming, and some updates, and then we'll send you on your way. So that's what we're doing today. So what is a ROSC? I always want to be sure I know some of this for our faithful people who've been here since day one. Probably like you hear this every time, and you will, right? Because this is just one thing that we want to make sure that we understand, that we always make room for new folks that are with us to understand what we are. So ROSC is a coordinated network of community-based services and supports that is person-centered and builds on the strengths and resiliences of individuals, families, and communities to experience recovery and improve health, wellness, and quality of life for those with or at risk of substance use and or mental health challenges. The central focus of a ROSC is to create an infrastructure or systems of care with the resources to effectively address the full range of substance use and or mental health challenges within communities. Big fight, right? That's a whole lot. How do we kind of bring it back and personalize it for us? Our mission and kind of what we take in there is to improve access to health and wellness and holistic recovery actions for people who are at risk of or suffering from substance use disorder, while educating and connecting Logan and Mason counties to reduce stigma and improve recovery outcomes. So that is what we're a part of together here and how we make that happen. Any questions about that? I don't know that we have any new people, so hold on, slide. Okay. All right, so our introductions. So we're just going to go around and Grace, we'll start in the room and then I'll let you handle those online if you wouldn't mind. We're just going to share your name, organization, your affiliation, whatever brings you here. And the question of this month is, what is one of your favorite summer treats? That's the question. So your name, what brings you here, and what is your favorite treat? I guess I'll start. My name is Jeanette Davis. I have the privilege to serve as a community health specialist for recovery supports for the Logan Mason ROSC. And person with lived experience and just a hot mess on my best day, blessed to be a part of amazing work. And one of my favorite summer treats is watermelon. I love me good, ripe, sweet, juicy watermelon. Did you just want to bite it? You felt it? I know. So I'm going to pass it on this way, Miss Molly.
I'm Molly McCain. I'm the community health consultant at Lincoln Memorial Hospital. We cover Logan and East Basin counties. Similar to Jeanette, I would say any like fresh fruit that I could bake. So I go to the farmer's market and like a pie or peach crisp or something like that. So I know that's, you said one, but I made it work.
Sorry, you did. I'm coming to your house for some pie.
I'm Samantha Anderson. I'm the new peer recovery support specialist at Trillium downstairs. I still a great one.
Yeah.
I'm Austin. I'm the coordinator for Sangamon County ROSC, and Mango is mine.
My name is Whitney. I am the program manager for Sangamon County ROSC, and we also work for Family Guidance. And mine would be Eliminate Shakeup.
Ooh. That's a good one. Absolutely.
Hey, I'm Sean. I'm in recovery. I'm just here doing some research.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the Lemonade Shake-Up. Those are great. Yeah.
I'm Natasha Viner. I live here on Hope on Fifth. I'm also involved in a lot of their programs. I'd say ice cream. I love hot fudge sundaes.
You and my daughter could.
I'm Jeff Nelson. I hold meetings for AA and NA at Logan County Jail, and I'd say I'm gonna blow your minds. Green beans, fresh green beans out of the garden.
I ain't never met a bean did I just pick that one? Okay, that's everyone here, Grace. Kicking it to you, girl.
Hi, I'm Grace Irvin, Prevention Coordinator at Chestnut Health Systems, overseeing the Logan Mason Ross Substance and the Logan Mason Substance Use Prevention Grant. I'm also part of the BASE grant, Build, Amplify, Support, and Empower, and also part of the Impacted Youth Project. That serves Logan Mason County. So my one favorite treat is grilled peaches. So if you cut a peach in half, right, and you take the pit out, then you put so there's a place, Funk's Grove, if you know what that is, they have their own little brown sugar mix. So you put that in the middle and you grill it and to perfection. It is so delish.
Okay, I'm taking notes. I'm taking notes.
Mm-hmm.
Ice cream on top.
Yeah.
And yeah, you throw some ice cream. Mm-hmm. Kendra, you want to go? And then Tia, then Abby.
Yeah, so I'm Kendra Day. I'm with Memorial Behavioral Health. Community engagement for Logan and Mason as well as our other counties. And I'm actually at Hope on Fifth every Friday for I can do one-on-one support for folks that live there, answer any questions about mental health. And then I also go to our Smart Recovery and that sort of thing. So I'm a resource. If you ever see me, say hi. And I'm always available to come meet with folks one-on-one if they need that as well.
Thank you.
It's a treat.
Oh, what's your treat? Very important.
Watermelon ice cream is my favorite.
What?
The place that I used to get it from no longer exists.
Is that the one that got right into?
The Salted Lemon in Springfield.
Is it me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi. I'm Tia Shum, Pike County ROSC coordinator. Favorite treat would have to be lemon ice cream, but I have tried watermelon ice cream and it is fire. So you can't go wrong with it, just saying.
I'm just saying, if you've ever had honey ice cream, that's fire. Mm-hmm. I know your face says it all, Abby.
I have a child food pellet. I'm Vans and I'm the Central Region Prevention Specialist at Prevent Child Abuse Illinois. I get to cover 50 lovely counties in Central Illinois doing lots of prevention education. And I was going to say a blue raspberry slushy because like that's the bomb, but then someone said green beans from the garden. It made me think about how much I love fresh garden lettuce. That was always has been one of my favorites. So sorry, John, I broke your rule. I just had to.
Love it. I love it. Glad you're
Thank
here.
you. Thanks, Abby. All right, Sandra, Marie, and then Deborah.
Hello, everybody. Sandra Beecher with, I'm the Senior Professional Relations Manager for Gateway Foundation throughout Illinois, both locally and nationally. And there's so many, so I'm glad you only said one, but I think homemade ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
The kind you crank and put the salt in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And why I come to this group is really to make a difference, to work together for the communities. I'm also the VP of the 708 Mental Health Board in DeWitt County. I've been doing this for a very, very long time and wearing many different hats these days, but I'm glad to be a part of this and to help create resources and help people get where they need to get. So thank you.
Thank you, Sandra.
Hi, I'm Marie Riley. I am the Parent Liaison and LIC for Early Intervention for Sangamon, Logan, Menard, and Mason counties. And I am here because it's important to be here. I feel really strongly about this. I've lost people and I don't want to lose any more. So if I don't do my part, well, who else is going to pick up the slack? And hi, Austin. Hi, Whitney. Glad to see you here. And my favorite summertime treat is watermelon, ice cold with no salt. I don't understand the salt thing. I'm a purist.
Hi, all. I'm Deb Beckman. I'm with the statewide ROSC leadership team. I have been tasked with coming up with supports and resources for all of the ROSC teams up and down the whole state. If there's anything you need help with or resources for, reach out to me and I will see what I have or what I can find for you. I've been doing this since 2021 and I think my internet's unstable, but I do this because I lost a stepson to drinking and depression and I just wanted to do something to give back more. So this is my why. And I like ice cold watermelon in the summer. Nothing's as good as that to me. It's my summer treat.
Love it. Watermelon people.
All right, Bryson, Lisa, then Kim.
Hello, everyone. My name is Bryson McFadden. I'm outreach worker with Oxford House Sober Living Homes throughout Central Illinois. I cover Sangamon, Logan, Macon, and Champaign County, but I also kind of helping out with Effingham County. Although right now I'm up in Minnesota helping out with another house. The question is a summertime treat, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite summertime treat is probably Italian ice.
So good.
I can't go wrong with it. I eat it year round. But I mean,
That's fair.
Glad you're here, Pete.
Thanks for having me.
Hi, everyone. I'm Lisa Latham. I'm from West Central Illinois, AHEC. I'm sorry, Bryson, were you done?
Yeah, I'm done. You're good.
Okay, thank you. So I'm AHEC coordinator, Area Health Education Center, where I'm housed at Memorial Hospital in Carthage, Illinois. And we cover 17 counties. And we're just here for an additional resource for all of our partners. And my favorite summertime treat is corn on the cob, from the garden, basically, because it's the best.
We lost your volume. I'm not sure if that was your volume that did anyone else hear her? Oh, maybe her
Yeah.
internet and stuff. You heard her? We didn't hear her. Weird.
I heard her. She answered all the questions. Yeah. Corn on the cob. Favorite treat.
Oh, maybe it's our.
Are you hooked to the Wi-Fi here?
No, I have.
No.
Okay, because Tom's messing with it downstairs.
Oh, I have a hot phone, so,
Okay.
we'll see. There is, I guess apparently someone working on
Yeah.
internet here, so it might be us, bear with, hopefully. All right.
All right, Kim.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes. Is it us?
I can kind of hear you, Kim.
I don't know. This isn't working well. Kim Turner, Hope on Fifth. You can hear me or no?
Oh, I can. Yeah.
It's muffled, we can hear you, but Kim Turner, head of probation and Hope on Fifth.
I love BLTs with fresh garden tomatoes.
Yeah, cheese, fresh tomatoes.
That's some more veggies.
Right? I dig it. Someone teach me how to garden.
All right. Next up, we got Cami, Kara, Kristen, and then Carmen.
Hi, everybody. I'm Cami Garrison. I'm the technical assistant with the statewide ROSC project overseeing Region 3. My favorite summertime treat is just ice cream. I'm basic. I like ice cream. I like it all.
Right? That's what
I'm Kara Davis. I'm the Director of Nursing at the Logan County Department of Public Health here in Lincoln. And my favorite treat is fresh asparagus.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Kristen Davis with Family Guidance Center's Regional Substance Use Prevention Integration Center, and we serve IDHS Region 4, and my favorite thing is funnel cake from the county fair.
Oh, yeah. Yummy. Just so you know, Brady's in Bloomington. You get a funnel cake there. All summer long.
I am Carmen Lanham. I'm also with the Regional Substance Use Prevention Integration Center, also with Family Guidance Centers. We're just dominating this meeting today. Sorry, not sorry. My favorite summer treat would be the big pitted cherries. Those ones are always good.
I like it. I think we would do nothing out in the summer together. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate you just sharing a little bit. You know, we do believe that the way this thing really happens is by the relationship building that we build along the way. Just sharing those little facts about us, I think, help make that happen. So this month, I believe I've used this quote again, but I thought it was very appropriate for today. Coming together is the beginning, keeping together is progress, and working together is success. Right? Henry Ford quote. And as we are closing out a fiscal year, stepping into a new one, I just thought this was something that we can meditate on for future, but also to validate and confirm the work that we've done up to this point. It's been really great, and the successes that we've accomplished together. So wanted us to marinate on that. I'm going to go through the next several slides, our resources, pretty quickly, because I do want to get to the meat of our strategic plan, that we go over it, that we have time for any questions. So we have updated flyers. They have been updated. If you need new cards or 5x7 flyers of our meeting lists, please let me know. I can always bring them to you, drop them by. I had some pals at the health department. We dropped them off. So you know, Kara. But if you need more, let us know. Another resource we want everyone to be aware of is our Logan County Resources.org and Mason County Resources.org. These are two very comprehensive websites that have been put together. Our goal is to have a one-stop, right? There's so many places we can go find information. What we are trying to do is streamline that and have it easily found. So we want to make sure you are aware of that resource. If you, since all of us do serve or have some responsibility in these counties, if you all would need any physical cards of these either, we'd be more than happy to get them. Smart Recovery, we meet Fridays here at Hope on Fifth from noon to 1:30. I continue because it is the only Smart Recovery meeting that I'm aware of within, our close proximity. So I want to make sure that folks are aware that it is taking place. We have had a couple of conversations or thoughts about having a second meeting through the week, but we're happy to have the one as of now. A couple other meetings we want to bring light of, just because they're a little bit more unique, is the women's meetings that are taking place. So on Sundays from 1 to 3:30 here in Hope on Fifth, there is a 12-step, a woman's way through the 12 steps meeting that's taking place. And then a brand new peer support group that started yesterday for women. The women are kicking it up a notch, and just saying, we're coming to get busy in recovery. And so we're starting to meet on Wednesdays at 9 a.m. at Trillium. So here in at Hope on Fifth, but in Trillium. So that's where those meetings are taking place. We also want to make sure that Mason County is aware of the recovery meetings that are going on there. They are both in Havana right now, but on Wednesday nights at 6 p.m. Folks are getting together for a peer recovery support group. And then on Friday nights at 6 p.m. they have a meeting going on at the church at Havana Church of Christ. So those meetings are available. We have those flyers too. I have sent out digital copies before, but if anyone would like any, please let me know. Our harm reduction resources, we are always happy to show that we have multiple places where you can find harm reduction resources, family custom cleaners, the Logan County Health Department, the Mount Pulaski Library, Logan County Courthouse. And here, oh yeah, that changed. Hope on Fifth and the jail in the lobby, at the lobby of the jail. So that is in our Logan County areas. We hope to continue to expand that, right? That's part of our goal. In Mason County, we have at the Havana Public Library, the Mason County Health Department, even in Manitou, will get you some naloxone. I always think that, I don't know why that one always stands out to me, but I think it's the coolest thing. And then the Mason City Public Library can also access those. So that is kind of, what we go through, make sure that we're aware, but new year, new funding, I'm happy to say, and we're going to focus on our mission. So before we move through, we just wanted to take a quick peek at our end of the year report. This is something that that has been created. It is one of our deliverables, and it is something that we're going to be using throughout, sharing about what we're doing and funders and different kinds of things. But it's also, so in December, we did year at a glance at the calendar meeting, right? So this is more of our fiscal calendar year at a glance. And so just our priorities continue to be improved access to recovery supports and services, increase opportunities for people in recovery, increase awareness around recovery, and create a culture of advocacy for recovery. So these are our priorities. There's some fun facts in here. This did go out to you all an email too for you to take a closer look, and I hope that you do. If you have any questions, anything, is something you missed or something you would like to know more about, please don't hesitate to give us a holler on that. But we want to make sure that you know that that is available. So we are.
I will say, hold on
yeah.
one moment. If it is something we missed, it's because we got no more room on this flyer, on this thing to put on there.
You are right. Let's be back up. So one of the things that, we value so much, the collaboration that happens in order for us to get these things done. And one of those ways that people, we know folks are volunteering their time. And Jeff is one of our faithful volunteers who has been here, continues to put himself out there. And we did, I am gonna read this out loud just work together. But this, we've included this. Jeff N is a ROSC, right? Is a ROSC council member and RIA Recovery and Action Committee member who volunteers weekly at the Logan County Jail, leading recovery meetings for the men. And a quote that he shared with me: I love being able to go inside the county jail and give the guys a chance to talk about what they're going through. This is the best hour of my week. I'm grateful that recovery has led me to get involved with ROSC, which has helped open up opportunities for us to make a difference in society. Being a person in recovery, I'm humbled to be able to serve this. So we really want to appreciate you, Jeff, and just thank you. And that's just a snippet, right? But thank you, Grace, for someone me to make sure to acknowledge that, because we appreciate your sacrifice, your commitment, and your works. Sincerely.
I love it.
I know you do. I know you do. We love you for it. So we are new fiscal year, right? July 1 stepping into. This is our time frame. But in the midst of this, I am happy to announce to you that Logan Mason County ROSC will be funded for 3 more years. So
Nice.
Yay! We are happy to celebrate that. We were in the middle of kind of that waiting pattern, right? And so just to exhale, that's kind of how those grants are ushered out, is 3-year increments. And so we were approved or received and for what we asked for, to my understanding. So we have a reason to celebrate. I wanted to put in that thought, celebrate good times. I didn't know how, so now I'm singing it. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. And I had to get it out. So we are absolutely thrilled and absolutely grateful. So our strategic goals for the next 3 years are centered on our 4 concepts, right? Again, access, opportunities, awareness, and advocacy. These are the goals and focus and concepts that when we first started ROSC, or when we very first did our huge survey and seeing what the community was wanting, what we needed, and our survey we just got done has continued to validate that these are the concepts that we are moving forward on. So our strategic plan, sharpening our focus. All right, so I don't know that it's going to make sense for me to read every strategy, okay? Because there's a lot here. But at the very minimum, I want us to know every goal that we have and the objective for that goal. And we'll pull out some, but some have a lot more strategies than others. Again, this is something that we can share, but we wanted to go over here. If there's anything that we're going over here now that you have a question about, you want to ask it, please stop me, ask me. This is the time to do it. Yeah, this is the time. This is when our brains are together. So our first goal, number 1, improve access to harm reduction and recovery support services, right? Objective 1, support and advocate for increased harm reduction. This is what we want. And some of those strategies increase harm reduction availability by adding 8 additional locations. Now, this is our goal for the next 3 years. Like, this is what we hope. So to add 8 additional locations, providing Narcan naloxone within the next 3 years. Create a community awareness campaign to increase awareness of the harm reduction services being administered in Logan and Beeson while using existing resources to promote them or promote harm reduction solutions. Increase the distribution materials by 30% within the next 3 years. Conduct an annual process evaluation survey, a marketing evaluation survey, to measure the effectiveness of the distributed Narcan or naloxone. Conduct 10 training sessions for community leaders and volunteers to equip them with knowledge necessary to advocate for and assist individuals in accessing essential services within the next 3 years. Administer pre and post surveys before and after each training session to track attendance and measure the effectiveness of the training. So look, I mean, you know, we got some meaty things here, but we have some really great ideas and ways in which to get here. And the reason why we are sharing this is because this is the stuff that requires all of us. This is how this gets done. But definitely access, right? We understand the data shows that harm reduction is a successful method and to help people get into recovery. So we definitely want to support that. Objective 2, conduct monthly ROSC council meetings each month and expand meeting participation, especially from people with lived experience. So we are pretty successful in our monthly meetings, but bam and bam and bam, like you're increasing, right? This is what we hope. We hope to continue to bring people with lived experience. You like my bam bam. So host one ROSC hybrid council meeting on the third Thursday. That's what we continue to do that. Schedule at least one guest speaker to present agency information or personal story at every other meeting to encourage continued meeting participation within the next 3 years. And some of this I'm making sure we say out loud to hold us accountable too, right? Grow attendance and participation of the ROSC Council by 5% is our goal. And to increase 2 to 4 people with lived experience with the ROSC Council at each meeting. So these are, let's make sure, increase 2, yeah. All right, objective 2, support and, no, where am I at? Why is mine different than yours? Goal 2, increase opportunities for medicated assisted recovery or MAR and other evidence-based practices. So to advocate for improved transportation options to facilitate getting to and from recovery services. So we know that that's a big issue, folks. We are so happy to know that SIU and their START program there offers some transportation we did not know of previously, but so strategy 1, partner with a local show bus or share ride, which we've had difficulty because there's been flopping and flatting there too, right? So, but continue to seek out those in our area. Advocate for improved or widespread transportation options by meeting with local community governments annually for each of the 3 years. So this is something we have not actually stepped out and done, but it's a strategy that we have. Find 2 additional funding streams to secure supplemental funding for transportation support within the next 3 years. And then that last strategy, partner with an additional two transportation providers to offer effective solutions to this ongoing barrier to treatment within the next 3 years. So we have some lofty hopes and goals. We do.
Sam, don't you help for Pierceport? You help with transportation for Pierceport, right?
Yeah, I'm allowed to, or I'm able to transport occasionally. It just depends on if we have their building downstairs. But I have done quite a bit actually.
Yeah. Are you, would that be only Trillium folks or anyone should your schedule allow it?
Anyone should schedule.
Awesome. Very good to know. So that's Sam who is in Trillium, but is able to provide transportation. So we'll remember that, man. No, that's good to know. Right?
She's busy.
Are you working with Hank Bain yet?
No.
Okay, I'll make sure to get his contact information. He's with Family Guidance Center and he is the program manager for medicated recovery. They have a van mopping up.
I heard the MOU that signed here with Hope on Fifth. We're super excited.
What'd you say?
With that they signed an MOU with here at Hope on Fifth.
Oh, perfect.
For the van. Yeah, that's my understanding. So
I'll make sure you have his contact.
Thank you. Yes, would love to connect with him directly. So let's see, where are we? So objective 2, support and advocate for increased MAR and wraparound services. Right, so increase access to MAR, which we're grateful. Again, we have SIU here in the area. Foster relationships with Hope on Fifth by continuing to hold monthly recovery and action meetings and bi-monthly ROSC council meetings at the facility, each respectively. And our objective 3, work with partner organizations to increase access to mental health services to provide full person care for people with substance use disorder. One of our strategies, continue to strengthen existing relationships with Trillium, an affiliate of Carl Healthcare and Memorial Behavioral Health in Lincoln. Increase partnership with at least 2 providers in Logan and Mason County. So that's something I actually am going to be meeting with Jody she's in Havana and Mason County. She's a counselor that provides counseling services there, and so excited to meet with her and see how we can continue to collaborate. So, all right. Next. Objective 4, create and support opportunities for multiple pathways to recovery to increase the available choices within Logan and Mason counties. So strategy 1, raise awareness of existing meetings, supporting organizations, dates, times, and current options by increasing the amount of communication materials around the community by 10%. So we're hoping to increase so that our cards, our meeting cards, those kind of things are we're talking to use. Work to keep updated information available on a bi-monthly basis. Conduct an annual community readiness survey to gauge the community's perception on additional paths towards recovery. That's definitely something we want to add in our next survey of what kind of recovery are people interested in learning more about, and promote recovery meeting options locally by distributing flyers, meeting cards to an additional 10% of the community. So we want to not just go where we've been going and where we always go, but let's start thinking outside of the box and where else can we. For instance, I took some of our Breaking the Barrier flyers to Mystic. Yeah, Mystic Green. Anywhere outside the box where people go, so we want that type of outside the box thinking. If you have that, please share that with us. Next. Objective 5, encourage participation in existing training and educational opportunities to raise awareness and educate members of our community. So we want to promote Faces and Voices of Recovery training with ROSC Council members and the general community on an annual basis. So Faces and Voices of Recovery is a huge national movement, is what I like to call them, of recovery, who we have a really unique relationship with the state of Illinois because they've contracted with them and can offer us trainings and different things to concur. So we've done a share your story training with them in the past. We hope to bring things like that to help build us up, both again, our council members, but also our people in recovery. And to hold biannual trainings for the Recovery Action Group and other PLE people with lived experience in the community to educate the members on various topics in recovery. So also, any topics that you all might think would be a great idea to present to the community. We've done different education opportunities like showing a documentary, movie kind of thing, and then have a conversation. We've had some panel discussions, different ways. And so we're always looking for other ways to get information out. Next, promote CR. So objective 6, promote Certified Recovery Support Specialist Success Program to local people with lived experience for peer recovery specialist training and certification for Department of Community College or other credentialed programs. Big deal, right? The workforce for us is wide open. So how are we going to get folks there? Promote programs through email distribution lists and social media accounts on a quarterly basis. Offer or secure opportunities for required supervisory hours to successfully complete the program on a quarterly basis. So this strategy too is a really big one because there are a lot of pathways to earn our credential. Like I'm a certified recovery support specialist. There are not a lot of pathways to get that supervised. And so we really hope to help change that. Strategy 3, offer network opportunities to potential employers of people with lived experience and provide toolkits for those potential employers in order to educate on the behalf of hiring the person with lived experience on a semi-annual basis. So even Faces and Voices and some other places, we don't have to reinvent the wheel, already have toolkits to go like to employers, to meet with HR and say, hey, our population is a little bit different. Here are some tools and ways in which you can, deal with them, bring them onto your workforce, however you want to, and help to train those folks. And so hopefully in that doing so, we will open more employment opportunities. So that's that strategy. Offer networking opportunities to potential employers of people with experience and provide, read that. Collaborate with at least 2 organizations to provide trainings in order to encourage involvement with Logan and Mason counties. So again, just some ideas. Increase the number of peer recovery specialists in Logan Mason County is objective 7. We want to advocate to increase the number of peer recovery specialists in Logan County by 1 certified peer per year. We can do this. We're already about to knock this. We can do this. So that's a very doable thing. Create at least 2 volunteer opportunities for peer recovery specialists to supervise their hours for their CPRS or CRSS certification annually. That's something that we can help with. And because I am certified, that's something that we can, again, help to achieve that goal. Promote at least 3 different certifications in addition to CPRSS, CRSS, and recovery coaching, etc., on a yearly basis. And strategy 4, work with at least 2 treatment centers in Logan and Mason counties for employment / additional training opportunities going through the CRSS programs. So we definitely want to build the workforce. We feel that that is part of our definite responsibility. Our goal 3, increase awareness around recovery and reduce stigma. Objective 1, work with partners, organizations to increase access to recovery housing. Evaluate readiness to investigate existing barriers for community safe housing options, starting to operate in our area by having an annual survey alongside with at least 6 key informant interviews from Logan and Mason County and having at least 4 focus groups within 3 years. That's a commitment we want to make. Continue to support the local Oxford House in Lincoln to encourage them to open up another house for women, children, you hear that? In Logan County, and possibly open up a home in Mason County within 3 years. Of course, it's a hope. Strategy 3, continue to support Hope on 5th, continuing to host the bi-monthly meetings for the ROSC, monthly meetings, RA groups, and host support 6 events within 3 years. What we hope, and we already have our first actual, other than our meetings and our recovery, is an event coming up. So I'm getting ahead of myself. Objective 2, work to reduce stigma around substance use disorder. Utilizing the stigma reduction campaign, Reframing Recovery, that's our kickoff, to reduce stigma and enhance awareness of recovery through social media, public discussions, and educational outreach, and increasing awareness of our materials by 60%. When we did our first, survey, although it was still early, we got some work to do. We still got some places to get things out. So we are challenging ourselves to get out there. Conduct a biannual process evaluation and marketing survey to measure the ability of the Reframing Recovery campaign to have a 10% increase in material distribution within 3 years. And partner with existing events within the community, share recovery journeys, and allowing for increased public awareness of the obstacles people in recovery face. Increase the number of events by 3 each year. Oh, I just remember that last line we just added. So, yeah, but I'm excited because this is all stuff that that we're doing, and it's just about doing it in a greater scale. So, all right, let's see. Objective 3, create opportunities for people with experience to share their stories, connect with community recovery actions, and connect with community recovery actions, recovery and action. I don't know. And receive training, peer support certification. I think there's worth something to say. So we definitely want to host 1 to 3 events per quarter, in person, hybrid, or virtual, with a focus on people with lived experience having an increased voice in the direction of the recovery work in Logan Mason. This is one I have been saying and wanting and hoping for. I talk I enjoy talking, and I
Oh.
kind of talk. Well, when I'm done talking, like I'm so ready for you to. I'm so ready for you to, like, sincerely. And so this is what I intentionally hope to begin to build folks up, where I'm just over here in the corner somewhere, just, and that's the hope, right? Because there is no, ROSC is not me or Grace or Chestnut, or it is us. It is the collaboration of all of us. So we want to continue to host our annual speaker jam and walk for recovery events to give opportunities for people with experience to tell their stories. We always have people sharing. And continue to outreach and encourage people with lived experience to join ROSC efforts and attend council meetings by increasing attendance of people with lived experience by 2 to 4 people in 3 years. And so committed folks that continue to come. I'm just really believe that because there is nothing about us without us. You know me, and you spend any amount of time, any table on that. One, I'm asking, where's the peer support position? You know, where are we talking about that? And where are people with experience? All right, next. Host and promote community events, again, in person, hybrid, virtual, to strengthen our recovery community. It's a big host an annual peer-led panel discussion about what it looks like to live in recovery, utilizing social media platforms. One of the ways that we do that is through our harm reduction panel during Overdose Awareness Day. Encourage and assist recovery groups to coordinate game night, speaker jams, etc., to promote unity and have at least 3 of these types of events annually. And Sangamon County, you're in the house. I think it's a bin time that we hooked up. So I look forward to us planning something, maybe in the fall, even, who knows. And use social media outlets to highlight, promote services available at resource agencies around Logan and Mason counties by posting information on. So, yep, Objective 5, increase communication around ROSC philosophy and goals within Logan Mason County. So strategy 1 for that is to build a strong social media presence. I need help with that. You want to say it, you say it out loud. If you're listening, I need help with that. That is not one of my strengths, and actually it's one of my what do you call it? Boundaries. I have to personally be mindful of how long I'm on quick social, like sincerely. And so that's one of the ways in which I do need help. So I'm throwing it out there. I mean, if that's your jam, I need you. Let's see, build a strong social media presence, combine follower count to at least 1,032 people during the next year between the platforms of Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Goal to increase this presence by 15 to 30% each subsequent year. So we are really wanting to, because it's really a resource that we're not fully using. And look at least 2 opportunities bi-monthly to discuss ROSC goals with community members. Oh yeah, again, to bring that back, to bring the philosophy and talking with government officials, local business folks, and more. Goal 4, create a culture of advocacy for recovery. So objective 1, maintain up-to-date evaluations, strategic plans, and assess data. For all the boring but very necessary things, right? Conduct annual review of our strategic plan and update any progress made. And that's exactly where we are at now. This is the moment that we've done that we've prepared that, and we're stepping into doing this. Strategy 2, review needs assessment data annually and adjust to any noticeable changes in community data. And we always do publish all update documents onto the state website. So those things are there. I will say to you, that is one thing I think that we do well, is to assess and pivot when we need to. And so again, that only can happen when we get good, accurate information from y'all, so that we're able to make those. Next. Objective 2, ensure continued growth of our ROSC Council with the goal of establishing a recovery community organization. So this is the goal. right? The goal of a ROSC, a recovery oriented systems of care, is to create, and a lot of times in a lot of communities, a brick and mortar, like a building, a recovery community organization. That is definitely the hope. So build towards establishing an advisory board made up of individuals with lived experience. That's the one thing with having an RCO, is that there has got to be the majority of the people on the board are people with lived experience, which I think is pretty awesome. Expand the diversity of stakeholders with different sectors represented, business sectors, educators, etc., by increasing stakeholder engagement 5% within the next 3 years. And encouraging ROC member and board members to attend RCO boot camps, additional training on an annual basis. So our faithfuls who've been here for a long time, there's some opportunities that are come up to really, get some good training to get more into how we can actually develop this thing together. So we will be sharing those opportunities with you all in the near future. Let's see, promote, did I read this? No. Promote, educate, and advocate about recovery in all areas of the community. So one strategy is to talk to individuals in community-facing roles such as law enforcement, healthcare, government, municipality members, religious organizations, etc., to identify gaps and provide appropriate trainings to equip and ensure and increase knowledge. We hope to really, a lot of you here know about the deflection program that's coming. I think that's a lot of the parallel that you'll find that we will be working together to do these things. Promote self-advocacy and empowerment of individuals with lived experience by providing leadership opportunities and a minimum of 3 educational trainings annually. And partner with at least 3 local prevention initiatives to expand outreach and further their mission in Logan. Right, that's a lot. I read a lot. I went over it fast. How in the heck is this going to happen? Grace, tell me how it's going to happen. Rainbow people too. I was so happy, together, y'all. There's no other way to do it. There's no sugarcoating about it. I don't care who you are, where you're coming from. We have to do this thing together. And so we hope that, though, giving a snapshot of our plan and some very concrete ways and strategies on how to get there. Does that mean every strategy is going to be successful? No, that doesn't mean that. But it does mean that we have a plan and that we have some ideas and that we definitely believe that we have a group of people at the table that can turn this thing. Look, I have to say it every time we're together, there's an incredible thing happening here. And I want to include Mason County in that statement. We have much more work to do. I have much more work to do in Mason County. But Logan County and Lincoln and Hope on Fifth and the things that have, there's this a very unique thing that's happening here, and we're very excited. And we hope to, like I mentioned to Kim all the time, we're building this airplane in the sky, right? Literally. But we are already having people reach out and call and ask, how are you guys doing that? What are you doing? And so this thing is getting there, and it's a beautiful thing to be a part of. Upcoming opportunities. We want to make sure you are aware of Bridge or the deflection initiative that we have going on, Bridge for Build, Recovery, Inclusion, and Dignity for Growth and Improvement. We are meeting on July 1st. The location at this point is still to be determined. So we don't have that at this moment, but it will be 1 to 2:30. If you have not been involved with us, and you want more information, or you're not sure if it makes sense for you to be involved, please reach out to me. We'll have that conversation. But it is such a huge impactful thing that's happening, and we want you to come along and walk with us.
And there's always an option to be online as well for the deflection. It's a hybrid meeting, just for everyone to be aware of.
I'm so glad you said that out loud. Yes. And so when we find that the location, we can share that, but also the link if you would like to jump on virtually. Thank you, Grace. A couple of upcoming things that are already scheduled that we're gonna be at second Friday, July 11th. We'll have a table there. Anyone that's interested in hanging out, I'd love to have you join me. And then July 18th for third Friday, 5:30 to 8:30 on the square here in Logan. Another event coming up is AA speaker meeting. It was the July anniversary celebration Eat and Speak. And so we have Kevin and that'll be sharing on July 19th. They are having food, a smoked turkey, and asked me to bring the dish to share. And the speaker is at 6. Hey guys, if you've never been to a speaker meeting, if you are in this work and you have never heard someone share their story, I suggest you stop what you're doing and you get there. If not this one soon, because these are so important and such a big part of our recovered community. We would love for you to join us. So all are welcome. So excited to share about this event. This is our Breaking Barriers event. This is our first, and I hope to say our first annual. We hope to have one every year. But our recovered community and our law enforcement, and we're saying, I'm going to be specific when I say law enforcement this year, is for our Lincoln Police Department are coming together and hosting this event. So we are going to have food, hot hamburgers and hot dogs. The officers are going to be cooking for us. We're going to have some music. We're going to have some games. We're going to have some speakers share. Chief will be there. Our Chief Joe Meister will be there, and I'll give a little sneak peek. He will be sharing a little of himself. So come join us. We would love to have you be a part of our day. We have worked to get to this place for some time, and we are truly, truly grateful for the way that the communities come together to allow us at this time. So mark your calendar. We'd love to have you noon to 3. Again, our recovery and action meeting, we meet the second Tuesday of every month right here at Hope on 5th. We 4:30 to 6. This is where we plan stuff. This is where we come, with some ideas and concepts and things that we're not thinking about. So if this is your skill, if this is what you do well, if this is what you're interested in, we need you. Again, we need you. It takes all of us, sincerely. Our next ROSC meeting, again, we're going back to our third Thursday, which lands on July 17th at 2 p.m. Oops, I did not fix that. I messed that up. We actually will be at Mason County Library, Mason City Library is where we'll be next month. I apologize, didn't fix that. But we alternate every other, so we'll be in Mason City. And I think, oh my goodness, 2:59. Who did it? I don't know if I did it, but we did it, okay? I don't know if we did it, but we did it. I know that was so much information, guys. I know it was. But for the sake of time, if you have got to jump off, I respect that completely. But I do want to just leave some space here. If anyone wants to hang back, has any questions, have anything they would like to share themselves to put in the atmosphere, I'm going to shut up now and invite them to do so.
My name is Whitney, Sangamon County ROSC. I just wanted to make more of a comment, really, but the bridging event that you've got going on, that is so impressive. Like, I love that so much. It's a population that we've been struggling to engage in our county, so we know how it can be a challenge, and the fact that you've got this event all together is just fantastic. So I just wanted to compliment to all involved.
Thank you. It's taken we wouldn't have got here a millisecond before just everything fell into line. And so yes, Miss Abby, your call.
I just wanted to share that we our save the date out for our statewide conference that's coming up in October. So just letting everyone know that we have it's called Partners in Prevention, and it's just building safe and bright futures for our children. It's a 2-day conference, October 23rd and 24th. It's open to anyone. It's not free. There is like a small cost, but this year it's in Lyle, and we have some really cool speakers that are lined up. Like we have Galen Elmore come. He's a really good he's a really great speaker. He kind of shares his story. We have somebody coming named Kay Francis, and she's like a humorous author, and she talks about like mental well-being and things like that. And so she's supposed to be really fun and amazing. But anyways, there are going to be tons of breakout sessions that have to do with substance use, children, ACEs, everything like that. So if you are not subscribed to PCA, you could check out our website. There's more information on that, and the full agenda will be sent out in August. So I just wanted to share that information with you all if you were interested.
Where's the conference at, Abby?
Yeah, sorry. This year it's hosted in Lyle, so by Naperville. Every other year it goes from a suburb to Springfield. So this year it's in Lyle. Next year it'll be back in Springfield.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure that information, that's something we can totally include in our minutes too, to get it out there to Abby, like, yeah, sweet.
Sharon, on one of your slides, info, like supervision for clinical hours. So I'm just reading this off the email. Family Guidance Center was recently awarded a grant for IDHS and Prevention First to help support the behavioral health workforce in Illinois. As part of this work, we have expert clinicians at FGC provide clinical supervision to individuals in Illinois seeking licensure or credentials in the behavioral health field, mental health, and substance use. Through this grant, we were able to offer documented supervision hours to these clinicians at no cost. Agencies who have staff needing clinical supervision can reach out to the email dash. So I will forward this to you.
Yes.
But save yourself some work because
So if you've been here on it, Family Guidance Center has a grant that is offering this exact service. So that is super exciting. And this is also going to go to our deflection initiative. This is one of our goals as well. So everything is just kind of working together. So yes, I would be looking for that email and sharing that. That's exciting information. Anyone else have anything to share, any questions? Who believes that we are going to knock some of this stuff out? Like, I mean, can I get anybody? I'm looking, yes? Sean?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, I'm just making everybody raise their hand.
So I do have a question.
Yeah.
Are they not having the bridge on the 8th? Was it on the 8th of July? I thought it was at the health department from 1 to 2:30.
Okay, they were doing every other Tuesday.
Right.
And so the last email that I got,
We met last Tuesday, so July 1st should be correct.
Right, yeah, that's the last communication I got.
Not the
8th. Is that we are meeting July 1 to 2:30, but
but you still don't know if it's at the health.
We don't know.
I told him we could have it here, but she hasn't sent anything out.
Okay, so it may be at the health department again, but we will share that.
Okay.
Yes. So that will be the first.
Okay.
I know that then we're going to move. Kara, are we moving into once a month after, or
are we doing?
I don't remember if we're going to be increasing. I don't know. I'm not going to.
I didn't mention that at all.
Yeah, but our next meeting for Bridge for our deflection initiative is July.
Okay.
Yeah. So thank you all for being a part of this. If there's anything that we can do to help share what you have going on, please send it our way. We'd be happy to partner with you on that. Otherwise, have a great rest of your week and stay cool. And buy watermelon.
Buy watermelon.
And green beans.
Bye, y'all. Thank you.
Oh.
Sounds like people are